Hey everyone, welcome back to Outriders. I hope that everybody is having an absolutely fantastic day. And in today's video, we're going to go over my brand new tons of damage Trickster build that I definitely recommend that you guys go ahead and check out. I am going to be having gameplay a little bit more than I did in the last one, but if this one does use a few more legendaries, so if you guys don't have these legendary accounts and legendary weapons and armor, then I definitely recommend that you guys check out my other Trickster build, as that one was for the most part that I've been using for a very long time. It allowed me to get from low CT all the way up to CT15 and clear out expeditions relatively quickly. It is a great build. I still actually go back and use it, as this one is a little bit more precise, I'm gonna say, where that one you can actually just kind of pray and spray, and then spray and pray, and however you want to say it. And honestly, it works really good for a lot of things. This one just takes a little bit more to get used to. However, it does do a significantly more damage. Now, after the video is completely finished, the rest of the gameplay will actually go ahead and finish up, so you guys can actually see me going through a CT15 with this specific build and also getting gold as well. All right, and you're going to see exactly what I mean by being a lot more precise, because, well, let's not get into it and you'll see it in the gameplay overall. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump back into the Outriders camp and just take a look at everything that is actually going on with my character. So as you guys can actually see on the screen right now, this is my current build. Now, honestly, a lot really hasn't changed. Only thing different that I'm actually using is the Death Shield, which is the shotgun, which is a legendary shotgun, which I know that a lot of people haven't been able to actually get. And it does come with the mod Fortress on it, which receives a 43% of damage based on your armor. And I think once you actually have right around that 50,000 armor mark, you're pretty much getting its full potential anyway. But I'm also going to show you guys the upgrade that allows me to have a lot more armor on my current build. So that means that I'm a little bit more tanky. I can be in things a little bit, more, and have a lot more of the elites around me and not necessarily have to worry about it as much. There are a couple mods that I am still looking for that would complete this build, and once that I do have those, I will come back and show you guys the rest of them. So obviously this is my primary weapon. I know it's in my secondary weapon slot, but it is my primary weapon. It has Fortress, it comes with Fortress, does 43% damage based on my armor. Then I also have Killing Spree on it. So obviously this is 2 tier 3 mods that you guys will have to unlock in order to have this. But then Killing Spree, killing shots increase damage by 25% for this weapon for 20 seconds. Obviously, the bonus deteriorates with time, and it can stack up to 3 times. And that means that my damage can not only be increased by 43%, but it's also increasing by 75% for 20 seconds or up to 20 seconds. That is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And obviously I'm not really, and even in my gameplay, I don't think I even switched to my secondary weapon, which is my assault rifle, and I never even used my pistols. Now, there are some things that I think I'm going to slightly change. I'm not going to go over it in today's video because I never even use those at all, because I'm trying to keep my twisted rounds active for pretty much the entire time. Now, as far as my skills, these are the skills that I'm using: Hunt the Prey, Twisted Rounds, Venator's a Knife. And I'm actually putting Twisted Rounds in the LB/RB button because I'm hoping that I never have to pretty much activate them ever again, and I can always use either Hunt the Prey or Venator's a Knife. But those are the skills that I'm currently using. This is my class tree and how I have it set up, so if you guys want to just take a look at it and copy it, it is completely up to you. I'll leave it on the screen so you guys can check it out for just a little bit longer. Anyway, let's go ahead and go back into the rest of the build for my character. So we got the helmet, which this is something that I would potentially like to change. However, I'm not a big fan of the way that it looks, and forgive me, I actually like the way that my character kind of looks, but it does have the attributes that I'm looking for, and for the most part it has decent mods on it, so it's probably going to be one of those things that I don't change for quite some time until I find something that's really worthwhile. But I am using Twisted Fate. Twisted Rounds receive a 30% more critical damage bonus when the skill is active, and obviously it's going to be active for pretty much 90 to hopefully 100% of the time. during any of these expeditions. Then we're also using a Sharp Eye, so killing enemies while aiming down sight. It is not the only mod that I'm using that is allows for aiming down the sights, but it grants an additional 16,000 firepower for 20 seconds, and obviously it stacks up to 3 times. So I already have a lot of firepower based on this weapon already at 100 or almost 90,000, but now I'm getting another 48,000 basically every 20 seconds. And then this one, as far as I can tell, it has no deterioration on it, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm moving on to the upper armor. Again, this one is something that I do want to replace, but it does have the 3 attributes that I am looking for. Damage absorber is what is actually allowing me to increase my armor by basically another 100%, because my normal base is right around that 53,000, and then I get another 53,000, plus I increase my resistance by 10%, which means that I can get out of certain situations and other things a little bit quicker and whatnot. Now, Stand Tall is the mod that I do want to get rid of. I do not want it on this specific build, but it's at least always giving me an additional 9,000 anomaly and almost 13,000 firepower when I'm out of cover, because I'm never actually in cover. So just having that additional 13,000 firepower is kind of nice in the grand scheme of things, but it's one mod that I do want to replace. The next one, and this is actually one that is actually fairly essential in this build. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that you guys need to have these specific pants, but I do recommend that you at least get them so you can have the ammo bargain. Now, this is what makes this build really nice and allows my twisted rounds to pretty much be active non-stop. So while using this skill and it's active, killing shots replenish 20% of the ammo in my magazine. So obviously having 1 shots or even 2 shots on enemies means that I consistently can replenish my ammo as much as I possibly can. And since there is only 10 clips or 10 ammo inside of this current magazine, and having that 50% bonus, which means that I get 15 shots for it instead of 10, does definitely help out. And it is pretty low compared to the other shotguns that I have used, specifically having the capabilities of it using 30 ammo and having more widespread. But I like the narrow variant because it's a lot more damage, and obviously we can just take a look at it quickly. This is what I'm using, 86,000 firepower. Then obviously the 2 mods make it extremely more powerful, but this is the one that I was using previously. So there we go. So this one has crit damage, which I like the crit damage. I wish that the Death Shield had crit damage on it, which would make this one absolutely amazing. And then I would like to have the crit damage and then the close range damage on it, but unfortunately I just have the close range damage because that's the only thing that it comes with. So the pants themselves could be replaced. I would love to have the healing maybe potentially gotten rid of and replaced with the cooldown reduction, just because I am constantly using my skills, specifically Hunt the Prey and the Venator's Knife. As soon as they're basically becoming available, I am using them. So I would like to actually get rid of that if I can at some point, but it's not my primary focus right now. And then obviously Emergency Stance is for the most part required on a majority of builds until they fix it and make it really the way that it's supposed to be. It seems a little bugged right now, but it definitely is very helpful in making sure that you are survivable. The next one is one that I'm not sure if I'm going to replace. Look, it's okay. Has the same attributes that I'm looking for: bonus firepower, cooldown reduction, close range damage, and all these attributes are 100% maxed out on all of these areas. Mitigation from death. So while aiming down sights, again, it grants me another 45,000 armor, and it can stack up to 3 times for 10 seconds. So on top of my armor that I'm already getting, I can get another 45,000 times 3 for 10 seconds, which means that I become pretty tanky. So I'm doubling my armor capacity, and I already have over 100,000 armor, which is fantastic. I'm not really sure about personal space, but obviously I am using a close range weapon, so I'm increasing my damage by 15%. That one I may consider changing out, because there are other mods that I will consider putting in this specific spot. So that means that these gloves would have to go eventually. Moving on to the last one, I am using my same boots. Actually, I believe that I'm using the same helmet, same upper body, same gloves, and same boots as I was on my previous one. Obviously, these have been upgraded over time, but I'm using Stare in the Barrel, which boosts my firepower by 10,000 for every enemy that's in close range, and that stacks up to 5 times. And obviously, you're being bombarded by typically a lot of enemies anyway, so getting that additional 50,000 firepower can make a huge difference if you're getting surrounded. Then Bloodlust, killing shots increase your firepower by 17,000. It can stack up to 3 times, and it deteriorates every 10 seconds. This is my current build. I absolutely love it. You guys definitely need to check it out. But I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm going to let the gameplay finish out so you guys can see the rest of my playthrough on Chem Plant on CT15. I hope that you guys enjoy, and I hope that you guys check out my future videos. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.
facility.
All I'm missing is some elevator music. Whatever that thing is, that's good. Whoa. Shira, about those energy spikes? The insurgents had a functioning power cell down here.
What did you do with it?
It's disabled. I'll see if Zahidi can take a look at it. And I found a pod down here.
You saved some lives today, Outrider. I would expect nothing less
Outrider
from you.
detected. Access granted.